Hi everyone, I'm Jacob from Bookkeeper, and we don't have many videos about the Bookkeeper add-on for Google Sheets. And today I wanted to make a video, a bit longer video, about the Google Sheets add-on that we have available, and which is so important for you to do your reporting. So let's go and look through your options, how you can prepare a book to report, and how you can enhance your reporting. Okay, so let's go to Bookkeeper. I'll create a quick book. New book. I'll call this book AAAA, so it ends up first in the list. Okay, so first of all, the Bookkeeper add-on, you install it, and when you open it, all the books that you have in Bookkeeper are available in your Google Sheets. So if I go here now, you will see the AAA book that I've just created. Also, you can take data from your sheet to Bookkeeper, as well as you can fetch data from Bookkeeper to your sheet, which is for reporting purposes. So let me just quickly show how to record something. I don't have anything on my book, right? So let's try 200, 2000 service, and I'll write a customer, which is tech design. Okay, I'll record this on the AA book. Record. And you'll see this appear here. You can see that it was me from a Google Sheets add-on. Now this transaction doesn't mean a lot, right? So let me help Bookkeeper. Call this service, which is an incoming account, and tech design, which is an asset type account. Okay. Did I do that right? Tech design. It's an asset type account. Create a record. Okay, so now we have this transaction here, which is a data that came from a sheet. The next time when I record this 1000 service, let's put it like this, service tech design, I'll record it. I go to my book, can take a moment. Oh, there it was already, right? You can see that the transaction is already completed, and that the account balance value was updated to 3000. Okay, so this is very handy when you have data that you download from a bank account or from a payment gateway. You put it on your sheet, you prepare it, and you record it into your book from your sheet. And if you get the categorization right on your sheet, you get your balance values immediately without the need of having to post the transactions. Okay, now the way back. So I have data on my book, And now I need to report this data. So let me do that on another tab. Okay, here you have the fetch, and here you'll see some details which you can use to fetch the data in a certain format. Okay, so let me do something first very simple, which is the transactions. Many people ask us, yeah, but what about my transactions? Do I have access to them? Of course. So let's say after 2000, like this, I get all my transactions from my book after the year 2000 on my Google Sheets. So this is kind of backup to keep all your transactions, right? It's taking a little bit of time. It's still spinning the wheel, so we're okay. There it is. So you get the transaction ID, the date, the origin account, destination account, descriptions, amounts, and the date it was recorded, which is not necessarily the same as the posting date. Okay. You can also get the properties on the transaction, stuff like that. So here you have an example of how you can fetch data. But this is pretty simple. Let me take this away. Now, let's have a look at something a bit more interesting. So I go a moment to our chart of accounts. And what I'll do is create a new group, which is equity. Let's call it total equity. In this group, I'll create another group, which I'll call assets. Another group called liabilities. Another group, why not? Add a new group, which is cash and equivalents. It's protesting here. Equivalents. Sorry about that. Save, and let's do a receivables. Add a new group, receivables. Do something similar here. Of course, you can do in between current assets, non-current assets. But add current liabilities. And let's create a new account, which is a credit card, for example, which is a liability. A bank account, Brex, cash account, asset, sorry. Receivables, that one. So this we will put under cash and equivalents, apply. Tag is a receivable, apply. And the credit card is a current liability, okay? There you go. So we've made a little kind of balance sheet with assets, liabilities, stuff like that. So let's do the tag design basis. Tag design, tag design basis on our cash account, like 2,500. And what do? We spend some credit card and to software subscription, which is another one. It's an expense. Okay, so it's our subscription. It's 14 for Bookkeeper a month. And here we have some information about, I'm not going to make the income statement, okay? Just for you to get the idea here, like how you can benefit of a well-made hierarchy, okay? So we have a little liability and we have assets. Now, how can you fetch that? Let's say you need to report your balance sheet to investors or to your accountant who needs to make the tax return. So you choose your balances. You choose the highest maybe I have to refresh a moment. So it picks up the new accounts. Fetch balances. Okay, now you see it fetched the groups and the accounts. So I take the highest group, which is total equity. I want the totals. Let's say we're at the end of our year and we need the totals. And when I do this and I fetch this, I'll just get my total equity, which is like the 2008-900, right? But if I would have to do everything one by one, fetch all these accounts and groups one by one, it would take some time. So what you can do now is, instead of calling it collapse, you can get it expanded. Expanded is assets and liabilities. So you get not the total, but you get the groups below it. Now if you want it detailed like a tree, what you can do is the following. You set up like 3 levels and you get from your total equity all the way down to your accounts. Okay, so if you have a rather extensive balance sheet and a chart of accounts with many levels, you can go up to 7 levels or 8 levels and fetch that at once. So if you really organize your total equity and your balance sheet in one account, in one group, you can fetch that balance with just one query now. Okay, so this is a very handy feature which you can use also for your income statement. You can do it transposed. You can really try to play around with it, try to work with your data, with your periods, try to use it with variables in time, so you get your running balance as you go. And yeah, test it around, give us your feedback, because it's like we're really try to do something simple and effective for you, and often there are ways that you know of that can enhance this feature very much, and which for us is a kind of guessing, right? So if this is helpful to you, give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos about the Google Sheets add-on, let us know in the comments. And yeah, you can always reach out to us in the support from within your books, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and like always, happy bookkeeping.